Let's embark on a journey into an extraordinary story, a man's near-death experience that led him to an awe-inspiring encounter with Jesus in heaven. This narrative is not only fascinating but also offers profound insights into life, death, and spirituality. As you follow every detail, prepare yourself for a journey that could transform your perspective forever. It all began on what seemed like an ordinary day, May 5, 2006. The man, a supervisor at the Department of National Freedom in the juvenile courts of the Seattle area, was at work as usual. Known for his dedication, he often joked that he would do the job until the day he died, a statement that would take on an unexpectedly prophetic significance. That day, he was struck by an intense pain on the right side of his body. He immediately recognized it as a kidney stone, having suffered from them before. Hoping the pain would pass as it had in the past, he tried to endure it. However, this time, the pain did not subside, compelling him to seek medical attention at the emergency room. At the hospital, doctors diagnosed not only a kidney stone but also a severe kidney infection. They decided to admit him and scheduled surgery for the following day. While the surgery successfully shattered the stones, what no one realized was that the antibiotics administered were ineffective against the infection. As the fragmented stones spread through his system, so did the infection, leading to sepsis. His organs began to fail one by one, and soon he was declared clinically dead for approximately 1 hour and 45 minutes. During this time, he experienced something extraordinary. He recalls leaving his body and being swiftly transported beyond the hospital floors, past the blue skies, and even through outer space. The journey was incredibly fast. In the blink of an eye, he found himself in heaven. Upon arrival, he described a sense of absolute peace and belonging, as though every part of creation welcomed him. Everything around him appeared to be in perfect harmony. Bright lights, which he described as windows rather than mere points of light at the end of a tunnel, illuminated his path. Passing through these windows, he entered a realm where everything was flawless and radiated joy. One of the most striking aspects of his experience was the complete absence of fear. As a reborn Christian, he had always believed he would go to heaven when he died. This knowledge filled him with an overwhelming sense of peace and tranquility. He noticed that even the trees, flowers, and atmosphere of heaven seemed to rejoice in his presence. For the first time in his life, he felt completely at home. Yet, amidst his perfection, he had an intense longing to see Jesus Christ face to face. Walking through a forest that seemed to open up before him, he knew Jesus was waiting on the other side. Upon reaching a clearing, he finally saw Jesus, surrounded by angels and the redeemed, those who had lived on earth and were now in heaven. Overwhelmed by the sight, he fell to his knees, unable to stand in Jesus' presence. As he slowly lifted his gaze from Jesus' feet to his face, he felt an all-encompassing love emanating from him. It was as if Jesus was looking at him with eyes that saw no fault, no sin, only pure love and forgiveness. This profound moment of absolute acceptance deeply moved him. Then, something extraordinary happened. Jesus began to impart knowledge directly into his mind and spirit, an experience he described as an information download. In this divine exchange, he gained a deeper understanding of God's boundless love, the nature of eternity, and the significance of choices made on earth. However, Jesus also conveyed a message: it was not his time to stay. He needed to return to earth. Though reluctant, he accepted this directive with humility. When he returned to his body, he saw the medical team preparing to declare his death. But as soon as he re-entered his physical form, the monitors began to display signs of life, astonishing the doctors and nurses. This miraculous recovery left a lasting impact on him. He no longer feared death, viewing it instead as a transition to an existence far more beautiful and meaningful than anything on earth. This experience gave him a renewed sense of purpose, inspiring him to live each moment with intention and love, aligned with God's plan. In the days and months that followed, he felt a powerful calling to share his story and help others understand the reality of heaven and God's unconditional love. He became more patient, compassionate, and devoted to spreading the message of love and hope that he had encountered in heaven. He described heaven as a place of perfect harmony, where even the trees and flowers seemed alive in a way beyond earthly comprehension. He also noted the presence of animals, some he recognized from earth and others unlike anything he had ever seen, all existing in perfect unity. One of the most moving aspects of his experience was reuniting with his family in heaven. He saw his grandmother Maria and other relatives from generations past, all of whom greeted him with immense joy. This reunion reinforced his understanding of the importance of family in God's design. He realized that familial bonds transcend earthly life, continuing in eternity in their purest, most perfect form. He also encountered many other souls in heaven, including some he had not expected to see. This revelation taught him about the boundless nature of God's grace and mercy, which often surpasses human understanding and judgment. Upon returning to earth, he embraced a new mission: to share his story and guide others toward a deeper relationship with God. He committed to living each day with a greater focus on love and service, understanding that every action has eternal consequences. His experience also transformed his perception of time. In heaven, time as we know it did not exist. Everything unfolded in an eternal present. This realization made him value every moment on earth, prompting him to use his time wisely and intentionally. He emphasized the importance of prayer and living with an open, sincere heart before God. His heavenly encounter deepened his belief in the power of prayer, which he saw as a vital connection to the divine. Finally, he conveyed that the most important takeaway from his story is not the miraculous details of his experience, but the overarching message of God's immense love and the hope of heaven. He wanted everyone to know that heaven is real, and God's love is unconditional, waiting for all who accept Jesus Christ. This remarkable story serves as a poignant reminder of life's fragility and the importance of living with purpose and love. If this narrative has touched your heart, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with friends and family. Your actions can help spread this message of hope and transform lives. Leave your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. And remember, we are all on a journey, and every step brings us closer to the eternal love and light that awaits us.